Let's speak to Fred McRae. Fred is the Emergency Response Manager at the charity World Vision. He's joining us from Washington, D.C. Fred, so in your opinion, how prepared was Chile to deal with this 8.2 magnitude earthquake?
I think the government was very well prepared, and they are to be commended for proactively evacuating people in this crisis. Fortunately, the early reports are that the death toll was quite low, but it could have been a much larger disaster had the government not been prepared and had communities not actively been trained in what to do in situations like this.
And how are your teams responding to helping the people there after the earthquake?
Right now we have teams in country doing assessments. We have more staff deploying from the region to provide support. Right now we're still gathering information, but based on our experience in these types of emergencies in Chile and elsewhere, we expect the big priority needs to be around food, access to clean water, and to shelter. Right now, the early reports are that the damage to infrastructure has been fairly minimal, but there is still large-scale power outage and disruptions in the telecommunication system. So there are areas that are still cut off and that need to be assessed.
So these areas that are cut off and you're saying still need to be assessed, why are they still cut off? Has it been difficult to reach them?
It has been. The earthquake did cause a number of mini landslides throughout the north, which has cut off some of the transportation networks and some of the roads. There are areas that still need to be reached. But like I mentioned earlier, the early reports, the initial reports are that infrastructure damage has been minimal. And so we are cautiously optimistic that this will not be a large-scale disaster.
And the most immediate needs right now then are what?
Based on our experience in Chile and elsewhere with these types of situations, the most immediate needs tend to be around food, water, and shelter. And so that's where we will prioritize our efforts based on the assessment data that we collect after we've talked to communities and help us identify their most pressing needs.
All right, Fred, we wish you the best of luck there. We'll leave it there. Thank you very much. Fred McRae joining us from Washington.
Thank you.